Hi, I'm Caitlin, an absentee voter from Texas.
And I'm Antar, a New York absentee voter. We are both living in and voting from Leipzig, Germany during the 2020 U.S. general election.
We're also volunteers with Vote From Abroad, a nonpartisan platform for Americans living outside the U.S. to register and request their absentee ballots. Vote From Abroad serves all eligible U.S. citizens living abroad, including dual citizens and citizens who have never resided in the United States.
If you are an American voter abroad and have already A, sent in your FPCA form and B, requested your absentee ballot, then you should have received your ballot by September 19th. If you haven't received your ballot yet, don't worry, because today we're going to show you how you can back up your vote.
Today we're going to be filling out our federal write-in absentee ballots, also known as the FWAB. But don't let the silly name fool you. The FWAB is a great tool for anyone who is concerned that they won't receive their ballots in time, especially if you have to return your ballot by postal mail like we do as Texans and New Yorkers.
The first thing we're going to do now is go to votefromabroad.org/FWAB and fill out the FWAB form online, or you can print and fill it out by hand.
Here we are on the FWAB information page, and we're going to click this option here to fill out a backup ballot or FWAB. I'm going to accept the Privacy Act statement, and then I'm going to select my voting state, which is Texas. And I am from Harris County, so I'm going to click Next. Now we're at the absentee ballot classification. If you're a civilian like me, the bottom two options are where you want to look. It is important to know that you must answer this question exactly as you did on your FPCA. If you are deciding now how to answer, you should know that intent to return does not mean that you have to have a set return date or a concrete plan to return to the United States. If you click that your return is uncertain, some states will only allow you to vote for federal offices, but not for state offices. If you put that you do plan to return, you will be allowed to vote in state elections if your state allows you to do so. However, you may be subject to state income taxes. I selected that my return is uncertain because that is what I selected on my FPCA, since Texas only allows me to vote absentee for federal offices anyway. Here you must confirm that you have already submitted your FPCA form. Now I'm going to fill out my personal information. Just for this video, I am using an alias rather than my real information. I'm also putting in my telephone number and email as recommended. I don't have a fax number, but you can add this information if you do. Texas allows me to use either the last 4 digits of my Social Security number or my driver's license number. Again, you must put in the same information that you did on your FPCA. On my FPCA, I used my driver's license number, so I will do that again now. Here for political party, since I am voting in a general election and not a primary, I am not required to indicate my political party affiliation. So I will leave that space blank now and hit Next. For my voting residence, I have to put in my U.S. address. I am using the address of my last residence in Houston. If you never resided in the U.S., you may use either of your parents' last addresses or a close relative's address. Now I am filling out my current mailing address, so my German address. This is where you would put the address of wherever you're living now. This is my personal contact information that I already filled in earlier in the form. Here I confirm that I am voting in the general election. And now I can choose the candidates I want to vote for. With the FWAB, I can only vote for federal offices, meaning the President and Vice President, U.S. Senator, and U.S. Representative. Since this is a nonpartisan service, I will not actually choose my candidate here, but I have the option of selecting one of the candidates listed or writing in a candidate name. Now I can review my information, and if everything is correct, I can hit Next. Now it allows me to download my PDF package and download the envelope templates that I can print to mail my ballot to my Harris County local election official. Some states allow you to return your FWAB by email or fax, but in Texas, I must return my FWAB by postal mail. Here is my FWAB in PDF form. It says at the top that I need to sign and date my FWAB and that no witness is required. Please make sure you check the top of your form to see what your state requires. Then I will go back to the main page to download my envelope templates. I will put my FWAB inside the security envelope and then put that security envelope inside the ballot return envelope. Now I am going to set aside all the pages that say, "Please do not send this page." On my cover sheet, I will not add my signature since I am submitting my FWAB by postal mail, not by fax or email. Next, I will put my official backup ballot inside the smaller security envelope. And I'm going to use glue instead of stapler or tape to affix the security envelope template to my blank envelope. Next, I will take my larger envelope and glue my ballot return template onto the outside. As you can see, my ballot return envelope now already includes my name and address that I filled out on my form, as well as the address of my local election office. All I need to do is add here the month and year of the election I'm voting in. So we're voting in the general election that takes place in November 2020. So I'm just going to add 11/20 here. Then I will put the other pages that say, "Send this page," including my voter information page, inside the larger carrier envelope. I will also put my smaller security envelope containing my ballot inside the larger envelope, and then seal the carrier envelope. As you can see here, the postage within the United States is covered, but I do need to make sure that I add postage to get my envelope from Germany to the United States. So I'll just add a stamp, and then I'm good to go. If you receive your official ballot after submitting your FWAB, you may complete and return your official absentee ballot as well. It's okay, only one ballot per person will be counted. If both your FWAB and your official ballot arrive before the deadline, only your official ballot will be counted and your FWAB will be discarded.
If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to contact the Vote from Abroad help desk. To access the help desk, you can use the chat box function on the votefromabroad.org homepage. Just click on this red icon in the bottom right-hand corner of the page, type your question, hit send, and an expert will respond to you soon with personalized support.
Thanks for tuning in, and happy voting!